Hello, it's Arthur Bird at Global Derivatives 2011. I'm here with Jesper Andreasen. Jesper, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about what we have just been through in the past couple of years and what were the biggest missing links in methodologies and models that you think this past crisis has uncovered?
I think there's been a general overconfidence in market liquidity and underestimation of feedback effects and overestimation of liquidity in the underlying markets. I think that has been that has had a very pronounced that was probably the major thing that we learned from. I learned from the crisis, I would say. The second thing is obviously also the credit risk that came into the picture big time. That people suddenly realized that companies could default, that credit spreads were not zero, and that they were finite for reasons, namely that that companies and banks could default. And that meant then that, in turn, that credit risk and counterparty risk has become a much more serious issue over the recent years.
I understand. And what specifically for quant modeling, what new insights did we get? Or what do you spend your time now worrying about in modeling?
I would say that at first stage, we are going back to basics a lot. I mean, so just getting the yield curve sorted out was sort of the first thing that really hit us badly. Was actually on the interest rate side, on just figuring out how to deal with the yield curves and how to deal with discounting, how to deal with forwards and LIBORs and all sorts of things, and the basis associated with that. That was the first thing that we had to concentrate on. Now, having sorted that out more or less, I think our issues now are more in terms of discounting, how we handle collateral, how we handle the counterparty credit risk and so forth, and how that's priced. The next level is then to try and also beef up our modeling of vanilla options, and then only at that stage you can then think about what we're going to do on the exotic side, I would say.
Understood. With all this new work that's going on, despite that, I'm sure we will miss something. What do you think will be the next big challenge? What will hit us next?
I think there's sort of all things around non-linear pricing in general. I think it's going to come. Non-linear pricing is going to come up as a topic in many situations. So for CVA, for DVA, for pricing collateral options into the game, for trying to take into account, for example, stuff like feedback effects from hedging, dynamic hedging, how that affects the underlying market, and so forth. There will be, in relation to these things, there will be a lot of things where non-linear, the concept of non-linear pricing will suddenly pop up and rear its head and come into the game. And that, I think, is going to be a major challenge, both from a modeling perspective, but also from a pure computational perspective.
Understood. Well, there you have it. Insights from Jesper Andreasen.